Ever get yourself saying, I'll never have enough money? That one thought could be your biggest money thief. Today, I'll show you how your mindset could be your ultimate money maker or your worst money blocker. I'm Lisa Walters, business coach, stroke survivor, turned trucking boss. Okay, and I've turned my mindset into money time and time again. Let's talk about the first thing that stops your success. Self-doubt. You're telling yourself you can't do it, and that's sabotaging you, and you're believing that thought instead of reframing it. You have to reframe those negative thoughts when they come into your mind. Don't just let them replay. So you can say, I can't do it yet, but I can learn. Just shifting those few words, adding a few words, that shifts the whole statement and the meaning of it. And it shifts the way you believe. So when those negative thoughts come into your mind, that that's self-doubt, those thoughts that keep you doubting yourself, then just reframe them. And one way to change that self-doubt is to keep your word to yourself. It builds your confidence. It builds your it stops self-doubt. So once you start doing the things that you said you were going to do, then that starts alleviating that self-doubt. So that's something that you can do. Reframe those thoughts and keep your word to yourself, and that will take away that self-doubt. Next is scarcity mindset, and this is something that I struggle with myself. Okay, you get the money, you make the money, you keep the money, you think, I done made this money, I'm so scared of going broke, I don't want to be broke, I don't live like I'm broke, so you just sit on it instead of investing it in a way that it can make you money. And as the saying goes, scared money don't make money, and that is so true. Okay, when we were getting back on our feet financially, I had pretty much paid off all our debt, got our credit scores really good, and saved money, multiple six figures, okay? And it was just in a savings account, regular savings account. And I was scared to do anything with it because I felt like that was my security. I didn't want to leave it, and I like seeing all those zeros in my bank account. So Danielle wanted to invest it, and I'm thinking, we don't know anything about investing. I don't want to lose the money. That right there kept me from success. You need to, even if you don't know how to do things, just say, I don't know how to do it yet. I can learn. Everything is learning. Okay? Nobody is born knowing how to do everything. You can learn it. So I did invest a portion of it. I didn't invest all of it. So the money that I invested has almost doubled in a couple of years. I left the other money just sitting in the bank, and it literally earned pennies. And I know the bank earned thousands off of my money. So that right there is that scarcity mindset is keeping you from investing, and is keeping you from the money that you do earn making more money. So and actually we ended up really losing it anyway, because once we started our own authority, we didn't know we were doing that then either, but we had used our own money pretty much to start the authority to keep it going, and I used the money out of that account. So if I would have just invested all of that money, I could have just pulled the portion out where we made money from our investment, and we would have still had that money instead of all of that money being gone at this point. So now we had to pretty much start over with our savings, and I'm not going to do it that same way. So we just have in regular savings, it's literally just our emergency fund, because I'm going to either invest that in money, in something in the stock market, or something that could yield me money. I'm not going to just only keep that in the bank so I can look at it, because I'm scared to spend it, because you're going to end up having to spend it on something anyway. So let that money just be sitting over here that's gaining money, or spend it on self-development. Spend it on your business. On your business. That's another thing. You have to, when you're ready to step out, you have to work on your self-development. So that's an investment. It might not see that money come back right away, but it's definitely going to come back, because you're getting better, you're improving your skills, you're working on your business, and all of that matters. And it will make you better at what you're trying to accomplish, what you're working on. So don't let that scarcity mindset keep you stuck and keep you from your success. Next, let's talk about how thoughts stall your success. Limiting beliefs. I'm not smart enough. I need to learn this first. I need to do this first. That is stalling your success. And it kind of goes back to reframing. I'm not smart enough. Guess what? Nobody knows how to do everything from the start. You have to practice. You can learn it. You can learn how to do anything. Albert Einstein didn't know how to do everything. He had to learn too. The smartest people in the world have to learn how to do things. And then they practice and they get better at it. So you're no different. None of us are any different. We can learn how to do things. If you don't let that limited belief of, I don't know how to do this right now, stop you. Because you just need to learn that skill. Or if you have that skill, you just need to improve that skill. And you do that by practicing. The next, it's procrastination by perfection. We all figure, the way society is have us thinking we have to be perfect. And we don't. We don't have to be perfect. Everything doesn't have to be perfect to start. You just need to start. And then, as the saying goes, practice make perfect. So just practice. Practice on whatever it is, that skill. Practice it. I'm practicing right now on this video. So I can get better at speaking. I can get better at communicating. That's one thing that's important to me. I want to be able to communicate well as a business coach. I want to be able to talk to my clients and be able to convey what I, get across what I really want to say. So now I'm practicing. I'm putting what I really want to do, what I want to get better at, into practice. And you can do that too. But you have to start where you're at and then practice to get better. Okay? So don't let those things stall you from your success. And the next thing is how your thoughts keep you from success. Imposter syndrome is a big one. You feel like a fraud. You feel like, who am I to teach anybody anything? Who am I to tell anybody anything? Why would anybody listen to me? But let me tell you, we all have unique life experiences. We all have unique skills, and that's what you're going to use to help your people, to help whoever you need to help, your unique group. I've been through a lot in life. I've encountered a lot. I've learned a lot just from my past experiences. So you use your past experiences to develop something that will help somebody else. So as long as you're able to provide something, teach someone something, help someone with something that they're dealing with, then you have a skill that you can turn into a business. Okay? So don't let that, who am I to tell anybody something? You are a person that's overcome quite a bit. Quite a bit, I'm pretty sure. So use your past as, we kind of look at our past as, all the trauma we've endured. And I didn't even think about it this way until I started reading the book by 10X is Better Than 2X by Dr. Benjaminhardy. But instead of looking at your past as, you know, all the trauma you've been through, all the tragedies you've been through. Use that as data and start thinking about it as all the triumphs you've overcome. Think about all the things that you were able to get past. To overcome from your past. And you overcoming that is your triumph. It's not a tragedy. It's a triumph. So all of that stuff matters. All of that, use it as data. And you can use it and you can teach someone a skill. If you have that skill, you can teach someone. And that it could be how you, plenty of things. So I just want to start having you think about things differently. Not always thinking about the negative side of it, but thinking about the positive side of it, and thinking about how I can use this, package this together as a program that can help someone else. If you have something that can help someone else get out of the situation they're in, help someone to relieve the pain and get into a different position, then you have something. You just need to put it together and put it out to your unique group. Like my unique group is married couples. I want to work with married people because that's important to me. I was able to turn my marriage around, turn my finances around, work with my husband, and now we have a great marriage, a successful marriage. So I want that for all the couples out there. I want to see every couple succeeding. I want to see every couple happy. And not to mention just, not just the business side, what it will do for your marriage. You're going to have a better marriage. You're going to be more happy. You're going to be able to spend more quality time with each other. You're going to have it's going to be intimacy, better intimacy. Everything will change for the better. Better communication, more love, and more cuddling, more snuggling, more sex, more good sex. All of that matters. So more time together, more vacations, more dates. Well, I can go on and on about how good it's going to get. So I'm just saying, that's my unique group that I want to help. I know plenty of business coaches, and we don't compete. We help each other. We encourage each other. Everybody's thing is different. So we have all these business coaches that can help in a particular area of what you need. So it don't matter if somebody's in the same category as you. Who they're helping is going to be, unique to them. Who you're helping is going to be unique to you. So, you just have to put something together for your unique group that you want to help and have a passion for it and work on it. Work on it daily to become better. Okay, so that's, if you do that, you won't be feeling like a fraud. You won't be feeling like who's going to listen to me. None of that. You can alleviate all of those thoughts, all of that, because now you have all these facts, you have all this data and how to use it. Okay, and the next is negative self-talk. It first starts in your mind. Don't let those negative words come out of your mouth. Words mean things. Words have power. So don't let those negative words even come out of your mouth. Don't speak negative over yourself. We're so easy and quick to do that. We speak over everyone else but ourselves. We have to stop doing that. Okay? When you start getting those thoughts in your mind that you're not good enough or all that, then reframe that. Don't let those thoughts actually form and come out of your mouth. First, you reframe those thoughts. Don't let them even get to your mouth, because what you focus on is going to grow. But if you focus on all the negative, that's what's going to grow. You start focusing on the positive, that's what's going to grow. So that's those negative imposter syndrome and negative self-talk that's keeping you from your success. So let's talk about how you create the ultimate success. Have an abundance mindset. When you just think about, and for me, when I think about abundance, I think about all the things that God has blessed me with. And I just keep that going in my mind. I keep the positive thoughts going in my mind. And all of the things that I'm going to be blessed with, I keep that going in my mind too. I think about where I want my future, what I want my future to look like. And that is me describing how I want my future to look. That is what's making me take certain steps in the present, because I want to design what my future looks like. And you need to do it too. So start thinking about what you want your future to look like, what abundance means to you, and keep that in the forefront of your mind. You can write a letter to yourself and say, this is where I want to be in a year. And you can read that every day. And then in that year's time, read it and see what you were able to accomplish that year. And the next thing is a growth mindset. My word for 2025 was growth. And I decided I'm going to invest in myself. I'm going to invest in my self-development. I'm going to invest in my self-care. I'm going to invest in getting better at learning skills. I don't like school. I never have liked school. But I'm not opposed to learning. There's so many ways that you can learn other than going to traditional school. And if that's your thing, that's your thing. That's great. That's just not my thing. But there's so many other ways you can learn. You can buy courses, you can take certificates, you can hire a coach. And just think about coaching, what it really means. When you work with a business coach, they help you elevate your thinking. And that's what you need in order to become the person you need to be, in order to become your best self. Your thinking has to be elevated. Think about Coach Dion. And I know football ain't my thing, but I love Coach Dion. But just think about what he is doing for those young boys and how he is helping them with their mindset to elevate their thinking. And just think of where they're going to be, what their future is going to look like, just from them working with a coach. Coach is very important. It could, if I would have had a coach before I started trying to learn everything on my own, things would have went completely different for us. But, things happen how they're supposed to happen in the time that they're supposed to happen. So just remember, once you start thinking about your abundance mindset, start envisioning your future, start describing what you want your future to look like, start working towards that, and then you develop the growth mindset and you start thinking about all the things that you need to do to grow. Then you start visualizing it and having a grateful heart. Okay, that visualization is so important. And I visualize everything. I print it out, print out the things I want to see happen. And it's not just material things. I visualize where I want my income to be from month to month. I visualize where I want my relationships to be from month to month. And some things you might not be able to print out, but you can visualize how you want it to look. And then you could just keep running it over in your mind. And like I said, what you focus on grows. So focus on, visualize what you want your future to look like. Visualize what you want your bank account to look like. Visualize what you want your business to look like. Visualize how you want your family life to look. All of that matters. And do it every day. I do it every day. I say my affirmations every day. All of that matters. And then when you start thinking about what you have and being grateful, you won't stop thinking about all the things that's wrong in your life, all the things that's going wrong in your life. You're going to start being grateful for the things that you have now, and you're going to start thinking about all the great things that can become in your life. It's going to change the way you think. So all of that matters, okay? And so those are the 4 steps that you can start to work on right now. the thoughts that keep you from your success, the thoughts that stall you from your success, the thoughts that stop you from your success, and the thoughts that create the ultimate success. Start working on your mindset right now. And one thing you can do, once you decide to start, thinking differently, it's going to take practice. It's not going to happen overnight. Just every day, just put in your mind, I'm going to reframe those negative thoughts. I'm not going to let anything negative come out of my mouth. And just practice that every day. And say, I want to find one thing to be grateful for today, instead of looking at the bad every day. Look at the good. Okay? One thing that I do that helps me quite a bit is on my commute. I'm driving every day, and millions of miles. We million milers, by the way. Millions of miles. I read books with my ears. I put on my YouTube videos. I listen to my podcast. I listen to my books. I love rachelrodgers. I listen to her quite a bit. I listen to myrongolden quite a bit. I listen to a lot of books. I just got done with 10 Times is Better Than 2 Times. That's a great book to read. Read that. And if you want any more book suggestions, I can give you some more. Just let me know. But start there, and then join groups, hang around winners, join groups with people that are doing better than you, people that are where you want to be, and learn from them and just see how they're doing. And you'll see that in those groups, they might have bad days, they might have things that don't go right, in life, in business, things don't always go as planned. But it all depends on how you handle it. And having a positive mindset is going to make all the difference. So join groups. That's one way you can do it. Keep that positive thing in your ear on your commute. Work on your self-development. Instead of being in traffic, cussing all the four-wheelers out and speeding. Put something good in your ears. So that's one thing. That's a few ways you can do it. That's what I do. That helps me stay grounded. It helps me to stay positive. It helps me when things get rough. Because things get rough. But it depends on your mindset, how you handle it, how you're going to come out of that. And I'll just tell you, how one way that I was able to turn my mindset into money. I'm a stroke survivor. So I was scared to drive, and my neurologist told me I wouldn't be able to drive for at least a year. So I was just scared to drive, period. I thought that, when I get behind that wheel, will I be sharp? What will my reaction time be? And I was just fearful. I was scared. I didn't want to take a chance with putting myself in danger, putting anybody else in danger. So I wouldn't drive anywhere. I would either wait on Donnell to come home and take me somewhere, or my daughter would have to drive me, or I just wouldn't go. And Donnell would say, no, you're going to get back behind that wheel. And I'll be like, yeah, babe, one day. In the back of my mind, I'm thinking, nah, I'm good. I'm going to sit right here. You're going to be my chauffeur. But guess what? If I would have never got over that and decided, no, I'm going to get back behind this wheel, and reminded myself of all the reasons why I can get back behind the wheel, instead of thinking of all the reasons I can't. Change the way you think. That's going to make all the difference. I reminded myself of all the reasons why I can drive and will be safe driving. So one day I got back behind that wheel, and it came back like that, just like that. But if I wouldn't have ever got back behind the wheel, I wouldn't have been able to drive this semi down the highway. I wouldn't have been able to change my financial future and 10 times my income if I had not decided just to change the way I thought about that. You can't let fear hold you back. You can't let that negative mindset hold you back. Remind yourself of all the reasons that you can do it instead of all the reasons that you can't. Because that's what's going to make the difference. So just think about, if you reframe things, what will that payout mean for you? Well, it means you'll be able to 10 times your income. Will it mean you'll be able to start your business? Will it mean you'll be able to have a successful marriage, turn things around for you and your family? Just think about having a positive mindset, like that your mindset be your money maker. What would that look like for you? What kind of payoff would that be? I want you to think about that. And you can put in the comments, we could talk about it. I just want you to think about it and identify all those negative thoughts. Start figuring them out. When they come up, you might not even know you're doing it. But once you start thinking about it, then catch it and cut it right then. Reframe it right then. So change all of those negative thoughts into money-making thoughts. Start thinking about how I can make money from this. I can't make money from this. How can I make money from this? What do I need to do to make money from this? How can I turn this skill that I know how to do into something that I can teach other people? Start thinking like that. Okay? Not all the things. Don't think about all the things that can stop you. Think about all the things that you need to do so that nothing can stop you. So I hope this helped you today. Reframe. I'm gonna keep saying that because that is so big, and I had to learn how to do that myself. And affirmations. I do daily affirmations. I have a list of affirmations for I am statements. I have a list of affirmations for my marriage. I have a list of affirmations for my family. I have a list of affirmations for my business. You can have different lists, or you can have one list. But I just want you to start your list, and you can do it every day. We can practice right now. I am smart. I am healthy. I am wealthy. I am continually learning. I am I am able to generate money. I am a codes on the street two-stepper because in my mind, I'm great at two-stepping. And I'm talking about Midwest, Kansas City two-stepping. Okay? So I'm just saying, come up with your own list. And I do have an affirmation tracker if you would like it. I'm going to link it to this in the comments, but or you can put your DM me, your email, whatever. I can send it to your email, however you want to do it. But I want you to just start writing down your daily affirmations of things that you can do. I am successful. I am blessed. Just that positive self-talk over you, over your life, over your family, over your marriage, over your business, and practice it daily, every day, and let your mindset be your money maker. All right. If y'all have any questions, you want to talk about what you're dealing with, put them in the comments. Let's have a discussion. All right. Talk to y'all later.